I'm Timothy Gassen. They call me the AZ Puck Man. I've been following hockey at the University of Arizona for more than 30 years. And this is my Wildcat Hockey Report. I am with Wildcat Hockey seniors Sean Osmond and Orion Olson. We're getting ready for the national tournament, and I wanted to talk to you guys about how you prepare for a national tournament. You have such a young squad. You've had a very successful year. Mentally, how do you prepare for going to Columbus, Ohio with a chance to win a national tournament? Orion?
Well, I think, it's nationals is a grind. Me and Oz both had the opportunity to go there, and we got a win out of there. It was the first Arizona win in a long time in nationals, so that was pretty cool to be able to do our sophomore year. But I just think in order to make a run deep into nationals, you got to be you got to be healthy. You got to be in top shape, because it's a marathon. It's a lot of games in a short amount of time, and I think the teams that are going to be the most successful are the teams that are able to fight off the fatigue.
When I get to the tournament, my work's done. There's in-game adjustments, but by then if they're not ready, they're not ready. So it's nothing new other than the little details we're trying to clean up defensively and disciplinary. Those are our two major areas of focus. We've been inconsistent at both. And so you try to stress them that that doesn't work in one-and-done situations, and you try to prepare them for those opportunities, and hopefully we will be by the time.
Are you nervous? Are you excited? How would you describe your emotions?
I think the emotions of the entire team are nothing but excitement. I mean, the end of the year is coming, nationals is coming up, everyone's starting to get their feet under them and starting to really tie into the system and buckle down to make a run for the national tournament. So I think the nerves are done. I think it's all excitement. I think it's ready to go. So,
in any sport, you have to have everything right for you to win it all, right? Everybody's got to be healthy. And what do we have, 2 weeks of downtime? And I think that's just huge to rest for us. We got to do something to keep our minds right. And I'm sure the captains and Behrman and everything will come up with a good little process for us to do going into nationals. But like Ulf said, we've been there, a couple of us have been there before, and hopefully once we get there, we can kind of help the younger guys out, because it is a lot of stuff coming at you at one time. There's a lot of first day there, you get there, a ton of teams are practicing, you get to see a little bit of everybody, and get a little glimpse of what you're going to be looking at further down the tournament, some guys you've already seen before, and then it's just a lot coming at you at one time, and then you kind of got to get your mind right and just stay focused and stay healthy and kind of do everything you can, because at this point in the season there's no reason to keep implementing systems. We all know what we're doing, and at this point in time it's just going out there and competing and getting the job done.
It's an exciting time for Wildcat hockey, qualifying for a national tournament. Are you nervous for it? Are you excited? Can you describe a little bit your emotion going forward here?
Well, I think you're always a little bit nervous, a little bit apprehensive when you're going to the national tournament, but throughout the season we've been practicing and preparing for exactly this, and we've had some experience with it a couple of years back, so I think for us it's a mix of excitement and then a little bit of nervousness on top.
So you were actually behind the bench in 2016 with the Wildcats when not only did they qualify for a game, but they won a game. Can you describe to fans who might not understand what an achievement it is to actually win a game in a national tournament?
Right. Well, the national tournament's a completely different playing environment from what we're usually used to. ASU is probably the best preparation for that. I remember specifically in that game we were down and went to an overtime and captured a victory there. I think before that it was probably about 10 years or something like that since we'd won a national tournament game. It's just a different level, different stakes. So when you're winning a game at the national tournament, you are one of the best teams competing in the entire country.
And as a senior, does it mean something different knowing that each game it could be your last one?
Yeah, it definitely puts it all in perspective for you. I mean, any game could be your last now. I mean, whether it be something as little as a sickness to an injury. I mean, we're playing the last minutes of our career. It definitely puts it in perspective and makes you want it that much more.
Well, there's so much pressure in a tournament like this. One loss and your season is done. Now, you guys are seniors. As you said, you've been to a national tournament before. How can you help this young Wildcat squad in their first national tournament to keep that pressure from overwhelming them?
I just think, staying loose, we're still a hockey team, so joke around in the room a little bit and stuff and keep the mood focused, but also make sure everybody's not tight, because when you play tight, things don't go right. So like Oz says, everything kind of has to, fall into place. So, hopefully we get our goalies stay hot and we can play strong defensively and keep scoring goals. And, if that happens, we can we can do a lot with this team.
Do you see different emotions running through the new players of the team this year versus the senior players, since some of them have already had that national tournament experience?
Yeah, the seniors definitely understand. Again, getting off that bus, walking the lobby and seeing 20 other teams there. It's something that you don't really understand until you're there. So our seniors, again, they've had a lot of experience, so they understand that, and I think it'll be great for we have 15 new guys on this team, so it's going to be great for them to get that experience, and hopefully they have that experience for 4 years here at Arizona. So it's always a fun time as a player, and also I'm sure it'll be even that much more fun as a coach. So we're excited.
Has your mindset changed going deeper into your senior season, and will it change going into the national tournament, knowing that any game could be your last?
Yeah, I think being the senior and knowing that each game is getting closer and closer to your last definitely adds emotions each time you step on the ice, especially leading up to the national tournament. It's your last chance to make a run, to get a national championship, and to get a ring to bring home. So yeah, the emotions get higher and higher each game, each shift, and it's exciting. It's nice knowing that you're playing for something big and you're playing for everyone else, and having your teammates there with you helps, battling with them, and yeah, it's been good.
The goal scorer's got to score goals. The playmaker's got to make plays. The defense you got to block shots. You got to block shots. Nobody can change their game up, and that's the biggest thing. When you get there and you realize you're one and done. If you're out, everybody's got to do what they do best and play within your system to win. And you got to reinforce that. Talking to the young guys, especially. I know when we were there, we got that first win against Western Michigan, and we were through the roof. And then the next day we came out and we were flat. The other team was flying, and it's just kind of something that it's gonna be nice for us to have some experience and going in there and knowing what to expect exactly, and kind of just rubbing that off on some of the younger guys and get them to buy in as well.
Well, I look forward to going to Columbus, Ohio, and seeing these Wildcats play in the national tournament. We've been talking to a couple seniors. That's Orion Olson. This is Sean Osment, and you've been watching the Wildcat Hockey Report.